It seems like most people nowadays play games like Overwatch, Valorant, Fortnite,
You shut up when I'm talking to you!
and other recent shooter games. Which is lame, by the way. Why can't people play real shooter games like Counter-Strike, Half-Life, Ultra Kill? Actually, you know what? There is one shooter game that managed to outlive all other shooters for not 5, not 10, but over 15 years. And that, my friend, is Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is this fun, fast-paced shooter game that is still popular for having a dedicated community, a memorable art style, unique characters, memes, and even spawned in a bunch of content creators we know today. I mean, there is so much to love about TF2. I've been playing this game since I was 11 years old, and it became one of my most played games on Steam and still is today. And despite all that, I still don't know how to rocket jump very well. Or trick stab. But that's alright. I never cared about being good at the game. I just care about having fun. Like, I would go home every day after school just to play this awesome game. Other than Minecraft, Roblox, and Pokemon, I used to watch a lot of content creators growing up, especially the SMMs and other forms of fan animations. I even read the comics. And own some stuff. The last time the game had a major update was in October of 2017, the Jungle Inferno update, followed up with a few minor updates, and then the game hasn't gotten any major updates since then. Until it was announced that we're getting a seasonal update. Despite the game being left for dead by Valve, it seems like the game won't be dead anytime soon. So in this video, I want to talk about how this timeless masterpiece stayed alive. And what better way to start off with the characters. What got me into TF2 in the first place was the videos where we meet the whole team. Or was it Serpello's Shellnut videos? Either way, all I know for sure is that I've been watching these videos since I was very young. And unlike Overwatch, each of these 9 characters have their own unique personalities that are so fun to watch. If you look at this image, you can already tell what kind of characters they are. We got the egotistical speedster scout, the patriotic soldier who is a dumbass. Pyro is the drunken Cyclops demo man, big man heavy, the laid-back engineer, the insane medic who lost his medical license for some reason, the professional sniper who throws piss jars. No, seriously, he can actually throw piss. And then there's Gentleman Spy. These characters may be stereotypes, but they are stereotypes that are well written, with humorous jokes. And I love the way the characters talk and interact with each other. It's pure genius. And those aren't the only characters in the game. We also have other characters, such as the administrator, her overworking assistant, Miss Pauling, the CEO of Manco, Saxon Hale, the guy who likes to beat the shit out of anything with his bare fists. And then we got Marasmus, the most fearsome magician in the world, owns the Abominomicon, and causes chaos and destruction everywhere he goes on every Halloween. Until this guy shows up and steals the spotlight. Now imagine being a dark evil wizard that uses dark magic to do evil things, only for this dumbass to be your roommate, and eventually get you kicked out from your own castle and turned it into a sanctuary for raccoons. That's gotta be unlucky. I thought it'd be cool to mention Marasmus in this video because I find the dynamic between him and Soldier to be fucking hilarious to me. Now that I've talked about the characters, I would like to politely ask Valve about where the fuck is issue 7? Let's talk about how the gameplay works and what makes it so great. You join one of 2 teams, red and blue. You choose one of 9 playable characters that are grouped into 3 categories: offense, defense, and support. Each of these classes has their roles to fulfill, which is why you'll see players actually working together in whichever mode you want to play. The gameplay is fairly simple and balanced in terms of movement and weaponry. And when it comes to weaponry, the game offers a lot of diversity because as you're playing the game, you will eventually earn new weapons that changes your playstyle entirely. For example, if you equip a sword and a shield on a demo man, you are now playing as a demo knight. There are so many ways to play TF2, it's just endless amounts of fun. My personal favorite class is the engineer and the spy. As an engineer, I like building stuff. I always spam my wrench to keep them from getting destroyed, and then relax.
Life of Riley.
And as a spy, landing each backstab feels good. Like, I'm not great at explaining stuff, but just watch. Do you see how good it feels? Another thing that makes the gameplay more enjoyable is that it doesn't feel competitive. Sure, there's competitive mode, but since TF2 is not well known in the esports scene, and no one really plays it, I don't have to worry about being good at the game. In games like CSGO or Rainbow Six Siege, I always feel the need to get good at the game. Doesn't matter if I win or lose, it's not fun trying to rank up, or learn all the complicated stuff, even if I watch all the tips and tricks videos. Well, that was before they fixed the ranking system, which I'm personally happy about. Team Fortress 2 reminds me why video games are supposed to be fun, because even if I lose, I'll still feel excited to play more and just have fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to playing Counter-Strike 2, but it doesn't change the fact that Team Fortress 2 will always stand out over other shooter games. Now moving forward, if casual mode doesn't seem fun to you, then you can hop on to Man vs Machine, a fantastic PvE mode where 6 players fight robots and a tank. Your only objective is to stop them from carrying a bomb. In each wave, you collect money to buy some upgrades and become more powerful. And if you have the Tour of Duty tickets, you'll get a chance to earn an Australian weapon. And if Man vs Machines is not fun for you, then you can always join the community servers. There are many different types of community servers that offer different experience than your average casual mode, such as Death Run, Slender Fortress, Dodgeball, Trading, Jump Academy, and there are even servers where you can do absolutely nothing. There are probably more community servers you can join, but there is one server where I spent most of my middle school days on. Freak Fortress 2. Not versus Saxon Hale, Freak Fortress 2. For those who don't know, Freak Fortress 2 is like Saxton Hale, but with crack. The rules are pretty much the same. You fight the boss, or if you play as the boss, your goal is to eliminate all the players while making use of your abilities with the press of a button. What makes Freak Fortress 2 special is that instead of fighting only Saxton Hale, you get to find a ton of bosses from many different types of media. You can fight the TF2 freaks, video game characters, anime characters, fucking Gaben, or you can even fight Hatsune Miku herself. Freak Fortress 2 will always be better than Saxton Hale because with a lot of bosses, the amount of replayability is just endless. And honestly, having a limited amount of bosses in Saxton Hale makes the game very boring. I used to play on the server almost daily back in middle school, which partially explains why I have thousands of hours in the game. The joy of dealing a lot of damage to a boss is so satisfying, and when I get to play as boss, trying to eliminate all the players while making use of my ability is really fun even if I don't win. Although I don't play Freak Fortress 2 as much as I used to, I'll never forget the memories I had playing on the server. Moving on to the next topic, trading. Ever since the main economy was added, an entire economy was created for in-game items such as hats, weapons, taunts, or even keys. With these items, you can use them to trade, which can be done on trading servers. But I don't go onto trading servers that much, so I would go onto sites like scrap.tf or stntrading.eu. The currency of TF2 are medals and keys, and if you want to check out the price for certain items, you can check out backpack.tf. And if you want to buy or sell items, you can also check out marketplace.tf or the community market, whichever one works best for you. I used to do a bit of trading back then, but I'm not good at it, so I recommend checking out this video if you want to learn more about trading. But a quick tip of mine, if you just started playing TF2 and plan on buying hats or any other items from the in-game store, don't. Instead, just use the money to buy keys and buy any hat you want. You'll be surprised at how cheap they are. Speaking of hats, cosmetic items are one of the best parts of the game. Instead of wearing generic skins like in Overwatch or other games, with just 3 slots, you can wear any individual clothing you want. It's what makes customizability so enjoyable, and why you're able to recognize some of the most popular figures of TF2. From my experience when I first started playing, I would see people showing off their cool hats and taunts, and I thought they were cool. I was wearing whatever free-to-play players wear, and I wanted to wear whatever pay-to-play players wear. But unfortunately, it cost money. And I didn't know anything about trading back then. By the time I turned 13, I was fortunate enough to buy some hats from the in-game store to make myself look cool in front of everyone, and then learn about trading and how the economy works. Again, don't buy anything from the in-game store. I'm aware you can make real money just from selling hats and keys, but I never bothered making a real profit since I just wanted to look cool. So yeah, I got all the hats and taunts I want, but I kinda grew up of trying to get more. Maybe it's because I'm in college right now, or I've just simply moved on to other games. Though I think it's a good time to say that I've never held both an Australian and an unusual item before, so if I ever get my hands on one of those, I'd sell that shit immediately. I mean, look at this. 1,400 fucking keys. Do you have any fucking idea what I could do with that amount of keys? I could literally buy anything I want with it. No questions asked. Damn, I'm really bad at transitions. But I really want to talk about the community and all the cool stuff they make. I'm no expert in the modding scene, fan creations, or anything like that, but it's incredible to see that the community can create some really amazing stuff, like creating cosmetic items, taunts, fan animations that can be made through Source Filmmaker or Garry's Mod, and you can even create your own maps. And Valve is nice enough to release some of their content. Moving back to SMMs, do you guys remember the Saxy Awards? The Saxy Awards is this annual filmmaking contest where fans get to submit their films that are made from Source Filmmaker. I've never officially made one myself, but I used to watch a lot of them growing up, and although there hasn't been a Saxy Award since 2017, we still get bangers like Emesis Blue, Putis Engage, and the Fedora Chronicles, all of which you should go watch. Seriously, it's amazing. As for Garry's Mod animations, I don't watch a lot of those, but I do recall watching Team Fabulous 2 and Dad Intelligence. Those were fucking hilarious. Oh, and there's also Meet the Amazing Team. This is what I love about Team Fortress 2. It's the community that's full of passionate people, and I think it's great that people are keeping the game alive. But there was one major problem that has plagued the game for a couple of years. Bots. On the year of 2020, the source code got leaked, and the bots started infesting every server, mainly the casual servers. Usually the bots would say some bigoted slurs, spam links, vote kick you, and they are capable of insta-killing anyone with aim bots. No matter how many times we vote kick or mute them, they would just keep coming back, making the game unplayable for everyone, especially for new players. It's very annoying to even have to deal with these bots, and Valve taking away the ability for new players to chat certainly didn't solve the problem at all. It seems like hope was lost. No way of getting rid of these bots, as it was proven many times that Valve is neglecting us. No communication whatsoever. Until one faithful day, on May 26, 2022, the community banded together and started a movement called #SafeTF2 in hopes to get some sort of attention from Valve. It trended all over Twitter, with tweets expressing how much we love the game. Articles and YouTube videos are being made about it, and even one of the voice actors offered to help by contacting Valve about the situation. Then after 2 years of silence, they finally responded, letting us know that they're going to do what they can to fix the game. It was a step in the right direction. It made the community very happy knowing that Valve still hasn't given up on the game. And well, the fact that the community organized a campaign just to save our favorite game gives me hope that Team Fortress 2 will live on, even if the game is filled with bots. Of course, I don't play as much as I used to, but it's incredible to see that this game is still going strong, even after 15 years. The characters, the animations, the gameplay, the cosmetic items, and the community servers are what makes the game so iconic. Team Fortress 2 had a cultural impact, and I don't think there will be another game like it. With a new seasonal update coming out, I hope one day we will finally get a new major update, so that everyone can enjoy playing TF2 again. And I also hope that they will eventually release issue 7, since they didn't say that the comics were discontinued. And based on the player count, I don't think the game will go anywhere anytime soon. That is how Team Fortress 2 stayed alive, and I'm confident to say that Team Fortress 2 is the best goddamn game ever made.